Hello there guys, welcome back to another video. So of course back working on Project KFC, the 2010 BMW E91 318D. Now what are we doing today? So we're going to be repairing the exhaust. So very common problem on these cars, affects pretty much all the 1 and 3 series of the same generation. We're going to be fixing the Flexi. So the original Flexi that is on the downpipe, which contains the cat and the DPF, the Flexi itself fails and obviously gives you an exhaust leak. Now if you take your car to BMW, they will try to sell you a complete brand new DPF / catalytic converter. You're talking thousands of pounds just for the part. However, you can get this instead, which this only costs around £30. It also comes with a clamp and also some high temp exhaust paste as well. So we're going to see how well this does, but if you do want to get yourself this kit, there will be a link down in the description box below so you can purchase your own. Now I just want to point out that I have already removed my exhaust system. It basically failed completely and I just had to cut it off. So this is the end that the Flexi will connect to, but what we'll do is we'll sort out the downpipe first, get this in a rough position, and then we can mount the exhaust up to it then. Now, do you need to remove the exhaust system to replace this? No, you definitely don't. You can do it while it is in place. Will it make things slightly easier? Will it give you more access? Yes, it will. So obviously make up your own mind. If you're working on the floor, then it's probably going to be easier with the exhaust removed, just because, well, space is going to be a luxury, isn't it? So yeah, that's why I'm deciding to replace this while I have the exhaust fully removed. Now this is what this side of the exhaust looks like. As you can see, just completely hacked off, so it needs replacing, of course, and it should look something like that when it is on the car. So what we need to do first is completely cut off this flex section with an angle grinder, cut that right back, and then we can see exactly what we're working with then. Okay, so what I've done is just kind of pushed all this mesh away that surrounds the Flexi, just so I can see what I'm doing and also hopefully you can see what I'm doing. So I'm essentially just going to make a cut this side of the downpipe. So there's a flange here, and I probably will have to cut this off, but I don't know how much I will have to cut off yet until this is out of the way. So I just want to make a cut down there, and then once I have this removed, then I can get my replacement Flexi, offer it up and see exactly how much I need to cut off this, because last thing I want to do is go cutting off this and then it turns out that there's not enough pipe left to attach to. So yeah, let's work our way through this with an angle grinder and yeah, see how we get on. Right, so that's all that Flexi pretty much out of the way. We can offer this up. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take that flange off, this bit off here, and then it should butt up to one another then. Well, one of obviously go inside the other, then I'll get that clamp on. So I'm just gonna cut just this flange off and we should be good. So then, I think we are now pretty much about there. I've test fitted the Flexi and it does just about go on. It is tight, but I feel like if I tap it home with a rubber mallet, it'll go on very, very snug. So essentially all I've done, obviously cut off that lip, the flange, and it is quite uniform around here. Now obviously very, very difficult to do this with an angle grinder with the downpipe still on the car, so just cut through as best as you can, take it off a section at a time if you need to, and then all I've done is to make the new Flexi sections fit. I've went in here with a Dremel and just kind of kept grinding the edges and then test fitting, and I feel like now I'm at a stage where, like I said, it should fit nicely. The edges are nice and smooth, so yeah, nice and round. Obviously it doesn't look that pretty, but you know, this is all going to be covered anyway with that new Flexi section. So if I get some exhaust paste, nice dab around there, also get the clamp in place and then get the new Flexi on, and we should be able to get it somewhere in position. Then I'm not going to clamp it down all the way until I get the rest of the exhaust back on, but yeah, let's try and get it in position. So then, new Flexi section in place. It's not bolted up yet, I haven't tightened down this bracket. I have it somewhere where I think it should be. Obviously I need to get the exhaust now up to it, make sure it sits right. Obviously you don't want it so it's you know, crooked. Your exhaust has to sit on its rubber mounts properly. So once I have all that lined up, I'll tighten this down and then I'll tighten this new bracket at the front down. Obviously make sure you apply some exhaust paste to the inside of this and also on the factory downpipe as well. You want to have a tight seal between there. Obviously the bracket's going to seal it somewhat, but if there is like a slight gap, then in theory this exhaust paste should fill the rest. I have just put a bit around here as well, just again, you know, just to create a tight seal. This will go off as soon as it gets hot. Okay, so I think we are pretty much there now. Exhaust back on and in the right position. It's on both of the rubber hangers. And here's how we're looking at the front. So just use the factory bracket just here. So just a 15mm nut, tighten that up, obviously pushed it on as far as it will possibly go. That should be a nice tight seal on there now. And yeah, that should be a nice tight seal from the Flexi to the downpipe as well. I guess all we need to do now is fire the engine up and check for leaks. Now we should know pretty much straight away if we have a leak, because previously when I started up the engine we'd just have exhaust gases coming out the side of the car here. So wish us luck. Well, it definitely sounds a bit quieter. Can't see any exhaust gases yet. Exhaust gases are definitely coming from the tailpipe though, which is good news so far. Can't smell any exhaust gases in the engine bay, which is good. And I can't see anything under here either. And again, I can't smell anything, which, you know, a diesel on a cold start, you definitely smell the exhaust gases, which, yeah, I can't see anything, I can't smell anything. So I think that this repair has been a success. I've also reinstalled the exhaust centre support section. That thing there is basically just a metal plate held in by those 8 Torx bolts. with that back on, you can now get the car back on the ground. Well then, there we go, another job done, another job ticked off for Project KFC. It should now be allowed back on the road, actually have its MOT booked tomorrow, so we'll see how we get on with that. Few small other minor jobs to do, rear bumper, got some aligning to do with the bonnet as well, and I'm sure the car will you know, never fail to keep me busy. But yeah, I'm just glad that that exhaust is back on, because it's now, you know, like I said, it's now roadworthy, shall we say. But yeah, if you are doing this job yourself, a couple of things to note. It's not going to be fun doing it on your back, especially in the winter time. It always seems that I save the best jobs until winter time, but it is what it is. Try and get your car as high up in the air as possible, give yourself as much room as possible. Like I said, it, you know, was a little bit easier with that exhaust removed, but the fact that you're lying on your back with a grinder like this far away from your face, it's never ever fun. Obviously be very careful, make sure you're wearing eye protection, ear protection maybe, and just take your time. Cut the old Flexi off, and then just be very careful, just keep, you know, taking a little bit more off, you know, going all the way around the edge, just grinding it slightly smaller each time, and then checking that you have a tight fit when you go to fit the new Flexi, and you should be fine. It's, yeah, really not that difficult. You could probably do the whole job in an hour or two, and you're going to save yourself a lot of money compared to if you was to get your downpipe replaced at a garage or worse at a dealership. But yeah, hopefully this video has been helpful anyway. Like I said, if you want to get yourself that kit, there'll be a link down in the description box below, so feel free to check it out. But yeah, thank you all for watching anyway. Give this video a like, leave a comment down below, subscribe if you have not already done so, and I'll see you all in that next one.